Hey, this is Travis Williams, and you can get my new single, If Heaven Had a Phone, on all digital music outlets. And you can also check it out on Sunday mornings on The Major Effect. So stay tuned to The Major Effect every Sunday from 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Thank you.
This is The Major Effect Show, where we'll leave an effect on your soul. Forget your worries, just let them go. Yeah, while listening to The Major Effect Show, The Major Effect Show.
How you doing this morning, bruh?
I'm doing great this morning. How about yourself?
Man, I'm good, man. How you been? It's been like many months of Sundays, as the Saints would say.
It's been some years. I'm counting about 3 since I've been here last, and it's a pleasure to be back. So
It's been 3 years
3 years.
since you've been in the studio.
I left Shreveport 3 years ago, and
Yeah.
I stopped doing music for a short while. Didn't know the reasons why, but I'm back now. So
All right. So what's been going on in these 3 years? What has been going on in the life of Travis Williams? You know, what's been going on? What's been happening?
Travis Williams moved away, got a master's degree, got a life coaching certification. So that's why y'all story earlier kind of puzzled me a little bit, because I know how things supposed to be confidential in that area. But nonetheless, Travis Williams has been focusing on music now, trying to get my place in the music market. And you know, I found a vibe that works for me now, and I'm trying to get focused. And although I still have to work a 9 to 5, I'm trying to find a way to incorporate getting more serious about my music, because I think it's getting stronger, and I want to stand behind my music now, so I need the support of everybody. So
That's what's up,
that's
bro.
what I've been doing.
First of all, congratulations on getting your master's. Secondly, congratulations on getting your coaching certification too, as well. And like you were saying, definitely things should definitely stay private. So with that whole other conversation, it's like, if you know it's supposed to be private in counseling session, you know counseling session is supposed to be private.
Right.
Why would you be public about that? And then streaming so the whole world can see what's going on. It's different even if you just left it where it was just the members of your church. But the fact that you streamed it for the whole world to see, you're going to get the criticism from everyone else that sees that. So you understand that, huh?
Yeah, when they knew any better, they'd be getting their money. So I was like, sue him.
Sue him.
Yes.
Oh, but she wasn't embarrassed though. She said she wasn't embarrassed. She said she loved it.
But I
But
said the check was already cashed, so that's good.
that's a good point. That is definitely a good point. Now, so we back into the music game, right?
Yeah.
We're officially back in. So tell me what's going on. I mean, I hear there's a new single out. What's going on? Give me the details.
There's a new single entitled "If Heaven Had a Phone." A couple of months ago, I decided that I needed to go and start working on some stuff, because music, it just wouldn't leave me alone. I knew that, you know, although I consider myself more of a writer, I still like to put out my own music until the writing thing kicks off, and you know, and more lucrative in that area. So my grandmother died 3 years ago.
Okay.
Right before I left to relocate to Dallas. My grandmother passed, and I didn't really have that time to grieve or remember her in that aspect. I was kind of angry with how things went and how she left. And prior to her dying, she developed dementia, Alzheimer's, and so it's kind of like I lost her even before then. So
Got you.
with this song, I just wanted to remember her and remember her and pay tribute to her in the fact that sometimes I do miss her dearly. Well, I miss her all the time, but I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that I do. And I also did it because prior to me doing this song, a lot of people would say on social media, if heaven had a phone, I would do this, I would do that with their prescribed loved ones. And I just wanted to put my spin on it, because it's a true thing. If heaven had a phone, we would want to call those loved ones and just talk to them about the things we talked about before they left, because sometimes these particular loved ones are people that, you know, you hold very dear, and we miss them. So that's basically what my song was about. When I traveled to Atlanta to get the job done in regards to working with whom I consider like a super producer, Mr. Teddy P out of Atlanta, Georgia. He worked with me, and we worked together to get the vibe right for this song. He did a great track, and I was just humbled and privileged to be able to do that. So
all right, we have been able to touch a vein that a lot of people do feel.
Mhm.
You know, not saying that we know we'll eventually see them again
Right.
sometime in life, but there's those moments in our lives where we miss them,
Mhm.
and we wish we could have that conversation again with them. And I believe that you've captured that in that song. You know, I really do. How can people follow you? How can they get the song? How can they find out everything Travis Williams?
Everything Travis Williams in regards to getting that song, it's available on iTunes, all digital music stores. And I like to break it down by saying that whatever you can buy music on your cell phone, that's where my song is available. It's on YouTube Music. It's everywhere this time around. So just type me in Travis Williams, and you should be able to find that particular song.
All right.
My social media. Artist page is Travis T. Williams. Instagram, Pinnacle Point. At this time, we're revamping some things, so when I update and change my social media information, I will make it known.
Excellent. And what would you like to say to the people before you get up out of here? Because I know you got to hit the road, you got to get up out of here. But just what could you say to the people if there's someone out there that might be experiencing a loss, you know, and they're missing that person now? What would you say to that individual on this morning?
I actually take that very seriously. Being a counselor by profession, I understand how that can weigh very heavy on individuals. The absence of a loved one, depression can set in, and people don't typically talk about it, so you never know that some people, they struggle in silence. And
Yes.
so it's just as a friend, I think friends should ask other friends whom they know have just experienced a loss. They should check on them every now and then, encourage them to talk about it, encourage them to seek help if it shows signs that they need any help. And you can be a good friend also by finding those resources and giving them to them, so they won't have to search and look for that help alone. So that's what I would say. If you have issues and you miss your loved ones, and it's causing like depression and other issues that bring you down,
Yes.
just seek help, because there's help. There's ways to remember your loved one in a loving and happy way.
You can love them and live your future and your life in respect and honoring them in a positive way. It doesn't not necessarily have to be a negative thing. Although it was a negative situation, it may seem positive can come from out of that. Because if you love them, they're gonna want you to live on. They're gonna want you to be successful. So, all right, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. So listen, it cannot be 3 more years before you come back down and holler at your boy. All right?
It won't be, not at all.
Okay, all right. So everybody that's listening heard you. All right. So if it's another 3 years, I'm gonna be like, I got 10,000 witnesses that say that you say you was gonna not take that long. All right.
You'll be hearing from me really soon, because I'm working on something else too. So.
All right. Excellent. So I get that inside scoop.
Right.
Excellent. All right. Well, there you have it. It's my boy Travis Williams. Make sure you go get his new single, If Heaven Had a Phone, on all download areas that music is sold. You can get that. Follow him on social media as well. And keep it locked right here, because we got some more gospel beats on the way. You know what it is. Here you have it right here. We about to play it right now. This is called If Heaven Had a Phone by Shreveport's very own Travis Williams, right here on 103.7 The Beat.
If heaven had a phone, I know just exactly who I would call. If heaven were on my speed dial, I would call my granny and talk for a while. Perhaps she passed the phone to Papa.